Hey guys, in this series we're going to learn how to stretch. Before we can start stretching, we need to learn what stretching is, the parameters behind stretching, and then any red flags you come across when stretching as well. So what stretching is it's a therapeutic exercise that lengthens the muscle and helps stretch that connective tissue out. And so with that, stretching, it can increase your flexibility, it can increase your range of motion, and then it also decreases your pain. And so moving on from what stretching is, we need to talk about the parameters. So the parameters of stretching is you need to stretch every single day. No matter what you do, that is the key to stretching and gaining those benefits from it is stretching 3 times a day, every single day. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you could break it out to that. And stretch that every single day. And then also, when you go to stretch, you need to do 3 sets of that stretch. For example, if you're stretching your hamstring here, you're going to do 3 sets, holding that stretch for 30 seconds. And so that's with parameters. Next is the red flags. The red flags you want to look out for and tell your patient to let you know if they feel any of these is if they become dizzy when you're stretching, if there's any sharp pain when they're stretching, if there's any major discomfort, and then if they become nauseous, that's another red flag that you want to look for. Have them tell you, and you're just going to be done stretching. And those are the 3 things we want to learn in stretching before we can dive in and actually do some good for people. See you in the next videos. Hey guys, welcome to this video. We have Travis here, and we're going to stretch his hamstring. So what's important about stretching the hamstring here is you want to make sure that his pelvis is anteriorly tilted, so it has that lordosis in the back. His knee is going to be extended, and then also his hip is going to be flexed. And so I'm just going to pick up his leg here. And there's a couple different ways to do it. You can put it on your shoulder here and kind of hold his knee here just to kind of help with that extension, but I don't want to do it too aggressive. And then if you experience any pain, sharp pain, or major discomfort, Travis, please let me know. And so then we just kind of walk this up, and then let me know when you feel that nice stretch.
Like that. Yeah. If I wasn't getting a good enough stretch because my shoulder was done, I could probably
right here. Cool. Let me fix this mic real quick. Okay, so like right here, you can do 2 different type of stretches here. You can do a contract relax where he'll push into my hand at his distal end of his leg here for 10 seconds. And then when he relaxes and he'll breathe out, and I will try to move his leg even further and to get more of a stretch. And then there's also the agonist contract stretch, which when he's comfortable and feels a good stretch here, I'll let him know to go ahead and hold his breath. And then when he exhales, he's going to use his quads to try to stretch his hamstrings even more, so that he's using that agonist muscle to get more of a stretch. And I'm not going to be pushing, I'm just going to be following his leg. And then wherever he gets, I'm going to use that as the new starting point. And so those are the 2 different methods you can do for this one. And then I will, in the next video, show you how you can do this for yourself. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be a patient myself. So if you don't have a PTA to stretch you, this is what you want to do to stretch your hamstring here. One of the downsides for this is getting on the ground. So some people may have trouble getting down. So I would say that is really the only downside here. But you want to find a doorway here where you can put your left leg through if you're stretching your right hamstring, and that's going to help with that anterior tilt of the pelvis. And then scoot your butt as close as you can to the wall, depending on how flexible you already are. And then you're just going to lift your leg up here. Make sure that my pelvis is anteriorly tilted, have that lordosis. My knee is extended, and my hip is flexed here. And you just hold this for about 30 seconds. And then you want to do this multiple times as well throughout the day. So 3 times a day, keep that in mind. You always want to be consistent with your stretching. That's how you stretch your hamstring.